Buongiorno, buon pomeriggio, e buonasera, Lazio world. Welcome to your instant reaction pod. Consider this a little stoppage time as we review Lazio, Viktoria, Plzen. What an incredible match. Lazio doing their best to shock us into another heart attack, and in the end, we see ourselves advancing in Europa. So, gonna keep this episode very, very short. Just me today, but figured I had to hop on and give some brief thoughts as we continue our march towards European hardware now in the quarterfinals. So this match, jumping right into some changes in the lineup, some that are maybe unexpected, but we see the return of Tati Castellanos. We see Provedel once again in goal, and Nuno Tavares, who had been injured, back at left back. Marusic staking his claim to the right back spot, and it's the pairing of Vecino with Guendouzi. Rovella seeing red in the last match for what's reported to be a 2-match ban, so we will be without Rovella in the next European fixture as well. Pedro sitting behind Tati, your captain Zaccagni manning that left side with Isaacson on the right. But this one got off to a little bit of a slow, rocky start. Lazio conceding opportunities early, and ultimately in the second half going down in the 52nd minute until a late 77-minute winner by Romagnoli, a goal that looked to have just cleared the line, and after a check deemed a goal. Massive. It's 3 goals in 3 matches for Romagnoli. If I'm giving 3 words for this one, is simply Peter Antonio says it easy. Ugly win. Keep it at 2 words, but ultimately got the job done. So many times in Europe, we've seen this side fail, not capitalize on opportunities, not capitalize on matchups. And we almost quite fell into that same old trap. But here we are, despite us running away with the table and taking advantage of every opportunity during the table play. Knockouts are a completely different game. And while it wasn't pretty and it was ugly and it was concerning, it took a late stoppage time winner on the road. It took every bit of luck and ugliness and a header and inches off the line. Well, it took all of that. We managed to get the job done. And I said it, we so often find ourselves not doing that in Europe in particular, that, you just gotta give it to Lazio on this one with an opportunity that was there, and we took it. And the rest of the knockouts, you never want to take opponents for granted, but we will see ourselves on April 10th playing Bodo Glimt, and in a favorable matchup, one that if we continue to put out our best lineup, get healthy at the right time, and play to our strengths, I feel really good about our chances, which usually isn't the case in Europe. So, I'm curious from all of our listeners that are tuned in live on YouTube, jump in the comments. Would love to hear who your man of the match is. But a couple players that really stuck out to me. Zaccagni is such a captain. You're talking about a player who once again created the most chances in this match. Once again, the most fouled player in the game. But I'm going to, because the 2 players, that really stood out besides Zaccagni, it's the unsung hero, Romagnoli, who comes up with a big goal. He's a player deserving of national team attention. We know when you play for Lazio, you're not going to get that respect outside of the club, from outside fans, from outside media, and certainly when it comes to the national team. But I think he's a player that deserves a shout. Zaccagni is not even debatable at this point, but a player that also is often overlooked. So, man, it was an ugly one, but really proud of the effort, skating by. It was a side that, today, I mean, you take a look at the statistics, 53% possession, so close on the possession battle. Expected goals, 0.81 for Lazio to 0.64. Another job done when they really do well to keep their opponents from creating too many opportunities. I mean, the one goal they scored, Patrick with an unfortunate slip, diving to make a header, and then he's on his butt. And there's not a lot he can do. No, Provedel made a couple big saves. Also, put ourselves in a bit of a dangerous spot early where he was a little bit reckless in his ball distribution. But 15 total shots for Lazio, 5 of those on target. Again, a team that needs to do a little bit better in the final third, but they're taking shots. Much different side when they have Nuno Tavares in there. But as far as Bidone, I mean, I probably a little bit unfair, but I'll give it to Patrick for his role in the goal that we conceded. But it kind of goes back to why I just praise Romagnoli so much, because it's another match, another center back pairing. You see him having to play alongside Gila, Patrick, Gigot, and regardless of how they perform, Romagnoli really is that constant presence. So massive from him today, and disappointing from Patrick, but ultimately the sign of great teams is when you can produce and create results and find a way to get it done despite poor performances. So it's a side that keeps finding a way to get it done. So and then we advanced, and our inner city friends do not in Roma. So they see themselves knocked out of this tournament. So another year and another trophyless season for Roma. So I don't have too much to add on that front. Taking a quick look at our schedule ahead. We do have a few weeks before we have to play in Europe again, which hopefully gives us a little bit of time to recuperate, focus on Serie A. Massive fixture ahead against Bologna, who are now on our tails in the Serie A table this Sunday. Lazio Bologna before we see Torino, and then a part of our schedule where we're really going to have to gut through when we have Atalanta and Roma in back-to-back matches. So it's good to be this late into the season and still have Champions League spots to play for, and still be in European competitions, which we don't often get a chance to say. So keeping this one short, as always. Appreciate the support. Thanks for tuning in. Please follow, subscribe, like us across all of our social media platforms, and survive and dance. European glory ahead. And Lazio still the favorites, the betting odds favorites to win this tournament. When was the last time we could say that against or about our Lazio? So whether we're favorites, underdogs, Europa League, Champions League, or Serie A,